And the crowds are gathering at the National Tennis Centre. The players are warming up on centre court, and we now join Bruce and Wendy for the first match of the evening.
You're dead right, Kate. Great crowd in here tonight, and a perfect evening, as you've already said. Nicole Provis has won the toss, elected to receive against Steffi Graf. It's the third time they've clashed in the Australian Open in recent years. As we look at Nicole, Wendy.
Yes, she's the top-ranked Australian woman player. She's 24 years of age, currently ranked 27, improved that ranking from 47 a year ago with great performances in singles. She won at Kuala Lumpur, was runner-up at the European Open, the semi-finals of Oklahoma City and Japan, quarter-finals at the Victorian Open in Melbourne and Indian Wells. And her best Grand Slam performance was in 1993 here at the Australian Open, a fourth round.
Steffi Graf, #1 seed, #1 player in the world. Last year won 10 tournaments, 7 of them consecutively, including 3 Grand Slams. 24 years of age, she won 44 consecutive matches last year. In total, 79 tournaments, 14 of them Grand Slams. No question, she's one of the greatest players of all time. Has won this title 3 times. The French 3 times, the US 3 times, and Wimbledon 5. Our umpire for tonight's match from California, Joan Vorbaum. And Graf will start favourite here. She's odds on to win the title. But the last time these two women met was in the Federation Cup, and Provis won in 3 sets. And Wendy, you'll remember that very well because you are Australia's Federation Cup captain.
I was sitting courtside for that match, and after Nicole won the first set, she lost the second set 6-1, and you know, we're all sort of keeping our fingers crossed, and she came back, finished really strongly to win that third set 6-1 against Steffi, and that was on European red clay in Frankfurt, and Nicole played extremely well, but Steffi said that she had a sore shoulder during that match and contributed that to her loss, but she's played in a lot of tournaments where she hasn't or has said that she's had an injury and still won them, so that was a great win by Nicole.
Play. Thank you very much. Love 15.
And it's always great to win the first point of the match. It just gives you a better, comfortable feeling. Go!
all.
And Nicole likes to play against someone like Steffi Graf because Steffi hits the ball really hard, and Nicole loves the pace to come from her opponent.
40-30.
Well, Steffi said one of the reasons why she switched rackets was that the Wilson racket gave her more power, and 2 aces already in this game.
First serve.
A previous ace at 164 kilometres per hour. A lot of the men will be pleased with that.
First serve.
Been a remarkable day, as Kate's already told you. Sampras surviving by the skin of his teeth. LeConte on an outside court. In this centre court, Wendy has seen some enormous matches in the first 3 days. One incredible upset with Sticken, Curia and Sampras both just surviving. So there's no sure thing in this Australian Open.
Advantage Provis. Deuce.
Well, a perfect example there of Nicole liking the pace, because that serve was struck extremely hard from Steffi, and Nicole just loved the pace.
Advantage Graf. First serve. Deuce. Advantage Graf. Game
Finally holds.
Game.
Long opening game. Graf 1-love. Famous Luna Park in St Kilda in Melbourne. A good night to go there. Balmy evening. And
Provis to serve.
that woman there would have seen some matches over the years.
And some easy ones to sit through too, since her daughter's won so many championships. And of course that was Heidi Graf, Steffi's mother. And a very important game for Nicole. It's important to stay level with someone like Steffi Graf.
15 love.
And with this kind of crowd too, they'd be eager for Nicole to do well, and if she could get ahead, I think they'd go crazy.
Well, let's hope she's all right, Provis here. Just slipped over on the rebound ace. She's pretty disappointed with it all, but I don't think this court, they wouldn't have had time to water it in between the Sampras match, because it didn't finish until about 40 minutes before this match. And maybe just a bit sticky in a spot there. Been a lot of tennis played on it today. It's marked up quite a bit. Oh, it's a great shot by Graf.
Yes, on this surface, a lot of the players prefer to use older shoes that are where the sole is worn.
30-40.
Well, a change of shot selection from Steffi, slicing the return to Nicole's forehand.
Game, Graf.
I don't think Nicole ever recovered from that fall. She didn't seem to get a rhythm back. Lost the next 4 points. Graf breaks 2-love.
Well, we'll watch Nicole a little closer to see if that foot is bothering her after that fall.
Love 15.
Missed it.
15-40.
Broken. So Provis gets back to 2-1 in the opening set. Back, here's court 1, one of the showcase courts being cleaned at this very moment. That's what they do with the rebound aces. It's the sort of work that will go on this court tonight after Stoltenberg plays Ivanisevic. 2-1, Graf opening set, but we're back on serve.
Ah! 15-all.
Five times they've clashed. Graf won the first 4, 2 of them in rounds of the Australian Open before Provis's win in the Federation Cup last year.
30-15.
Nicole works extremely hard on and off the court, but she seems to be moving okay and not bothered by that fall she had in 2 games ago. It's very difficult to read Steffi's forehand because she likes to run around that backhand and usually hit the off forehand, which she does there, but we have seen her hit a couple of winners down the line off that forehand.
it and upset. So Graf's broken twice.
3 games to 1. Ladies and gentlemen,
Provis
because
led.
of courtesy to both players, do not whistle between first and second serve. Thank you.
After Graf led, Provis led 30 love in the second game and 35th in the fourth. So early worrying signs for Nicole, not being able to hold from good positions. Wendy, for the third consecutive service game, Nicole's been able to win the opening point on Graf's serve.
And it should make her feel more comfortable out there because she can go for a little bit more, perhaps on the love 15 point. Well, that's awesome.
She's a great athlete, there's no question about that.
Well, there's another pair of shoes for Nicole there, and they might actually be an older pair of shoes with a smoother sole on them. Normally they would have had a chance to hit up on this court prior, wouldn't have tonight, and maybe Nicole's been a bit surprised at the court surface. Well, Nicole has played plenty of matches out here on the centre court before, and she did play at the Colonial Mutual, which was the week after Christmas, so she's had a couple of matches on it already. But of course, not with a situation like this, second round of a Grand Slam event. Back to Flinders Park. Steffi Graf leading Nicole Provis by 4 games to 1. And a moment ago, Nicole was changing shoes. She'd had a fall in the second game at 30 love. Wendy had indicated at that stage she had a very new pair of shoes on, and she felt she might have gone for a pair that had been worn a little for a smoother sole, and that's what she's done. And she had to rush to get those shoes on during the 90 seconds change of ends. Steffi doesn't wait for anyone, does she, out there? She's very quick. The umpire doesn't call you up, she will. And I'd like to see Nicole do that a few more times in this match when the opportunity arises to attack Steffi's backhand, come in to the net, put the pressure on her. And this is actually a great play, especially for grass. And if you can do that on rebound ace, then you're going to be awesome on grass. Ball! Which Steffi already is. 5 Wimbledons. She's catching Martina. Well, records are made to be broken, and if Steffi does win the Australian Open this year, then she'll pass Margaret Court for the most number of singles titles won. Replay the point, please. Steffi Graf at the moment, tied with Margaret Court in 4th place with 79 career singles titles.
She was a good pick-up, wasn't it, by Provis? Low and under pressure.
Well, it was a good tactic and totally surprising Steffi, and Steffi going for a rather difficult shot off a very low ball, trying to hit a topspin over the high part of the net. And once again, Nicole serving and following it into the net.
Deuce.
Well, this has become a big game now for Provis. She has to stand here and win a game with serve. Has a chance back at deuce. It's 4-1 for Graf in the opening set.
Advantage Graf. First serve.
Graf again breaks for the 3rd time and will now serve for the opening set at 5-1.
Graf leads 5 games to 1.
Now the betting from Sportsbook, the title Graf 3-1 on. Sanchez Vicario, Novotna, 2nd and 3rd favourites, 9-2 sevens.
15-1.
3rd ace for Graf. Sabatini, Martinez, Fernandez, Pearce and Date, the others in the market. But Graf, the hottest of hot favourites to win her 4th Australian Open.
I think Nicole liked that one.
I'm not taking that back. Well, she's suffered a similar fate herself during this match already a few times, hasn't she? Been on the receiving end.
Well, Jana Novotna showed us a few years ago in the Australian Open that Steffi is vulnerable on the backhand side when she is attacked. So Nicole's been successful a couple of times when she's done that. But you don't get the chance very often, that's the problem.
Missed it.
Both these players play extremely quickly. There's not much you can do when your opponent hits it a couple of centimetres inside the lines.
Deuce.
Set point with that fourth ace.
First serve. Game in first set.
26 minutes, Graf 6-1 in the opening set. Down now at the Flinders Park National Tennis Centre. Great news today that there'll be more development here. Graf in scintillating form. Provis played pretty well in that first set and lost 6-1.
And once again, Nicole attacking Steffi's backhand and winning the point.
Mark Bradke, the great basketballer, won a championship ring with the Melbourne Tigers last year with the red slacks on there.
And to his left, Nicole's parents, Lois and Doug Provis.
Mark and Nicole will shortly be married.
Game.
And the first time Nicole holds her serve in the match, leads 1-0. Great atmosphere here tonight, a real buzz in the stadium. Graf 6-1 the opening set, Provis held her serve. 1-0 for her in the second, love one with Graf serving.
15-love.
Fifth ace.
And a very difficult serve from Steffi right at Nicole's body.
Game.
Well, the mix there wasn't of some great serving, the 1-double fault, so it's 1-1 in the second set. We asked you on 7 Sports, have your say, whether you think that players should be allowed to start playing on the tennis circuit at 14, as they are at the moment. 45% said yes, stay as it is. 55% said it should be raised to 16. 15-love for Provis. And Wendy, you may have given your thoughts on that already. I haven't spoken to you about it.
Well, no, actually, I haven't given my thoughts on that.
Think about it. I'm sure you have.
30-love.
30-love.
Actually, I've given it a lot of thought over the years, and I believe it should be 16, because I think there's a lot of difference between a 14 and a 16-year-old girl's maturity, mentally and physically. And just having been around the circuit and knowing the pressures that are put on the players, I think that a 16-year-old can cope a little bit better than a 14-year-old.
Game.
Well, a good service game again to Love. It's 2-1.
In the summertime when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up.
The game's going with the serve in the second set. I'm just mentioning a moment ago, Steffi Graf turned professional as a 13-year-old. The rules were different in 1982. She was just 13 years of age.
Love 15.
The double faults in the last two service games for Graf. But 55% of our viewers say 16 years of age.
Well, this serve, not too much pace on at that time, and Nicole has a good return. Nicole loves the ball to come through hard, and the thing about Steffi is the harder her opponent hits it, the harder she tries to hit it.
It's a brilliant scene, isn't it? Outstanding stadium and nearly full tonight.
Game Graf.
2-all in this, the second set. We mentioned earlier, if Graf wins this title, it'll be her 80th and she'll be 4th on the all-time list. Yvonne Goolagong-Corley, 88. Chris Evert, 157. Martina, 166. So Steffi would have to win 10 tournaments a year for the next 9 years to catch Martina.
That's unbelievable.
It's awesome, isn't it?
And Martina's still playing.
And Steffi won 10 tournaments last year and had one of her best seasons ever. So it just shows you the longevity of Navratilova and Evert.
Love 15.
Well, Martina has said that this year will be her last year for singles tournaments. But she said, you never know, she might decide to play in 1995 as well.
Get the feeling Graf's making her run now. It's a chance to break. First point she's won off Provis' serve in this set, in this game.
And I like the fact that Steffi is coming to the net a little bit more. Makes her even more dangerous. It's actually a good idea when you're serving to the deuce court to try to get it to Steffi's backhand, because if you don't get it wide enough on that forehand, she's going to nail it.
Oh, good shot by Nicole, saving one break point.
15-40.
Nicole can trade ground strokes with anybody and usually likes to play behind her opponents.
Correction. Replay point, please.
And that's the kind of serve Nicole should be serving to Steffi in this court, right down the tee.
First serve.
It's actually a good idea to serve down the tee to both courts.
Break for Graf, 3-2 in the second set. Real shootout. That's coming up next after Graf and Provis. 3-2 for Graf, has the break of serve in the second set, won the first 6-1. It's been a high standard match.
Watch this from the reverse angle to see just where that ball lands, and could have been just out. Very close. Well, if Steffi had her way, she'd play 5 seconds between points, but you're allowed 25 seconds, but the players have been playing about 10 seconds. That's very quick.
Out. 40-15.
Steffi couldn't have hit that kind of shot, the high defensive lob, in many stadiums, and of course Steffi will always, or most of the time, have more forehand winners than her opponents, because that's her biggest weapon.
Cold serve leads 4-2. Just thinking a moment ago, Wendy, you talked about some of the changes for Graf, new racket. She's working out with weights, maybe a change in the game. I feel with Sellis not playing, it's enabled Graf some leeway to try a few things to maybe bridge the gap between herself and Monica. when Monica does come back, and that's with all due respect to everyone else playing on the circuit. It's just given her a little bit of freedom that she didn't have when Sellis was there. Bang. Sellis had really established herself as the great player in the game off Graf, and for Graf to take it back, she had to improve.
Very dangerous to serve wide to the Graf forehand. Loves to go back cross court with that return of serve. Getting back to what you said, Bruce, I think that Steffi felt very frustrated when she played against Monica, because she played some great tennis and lost those matches because I think Monica was so tough mentally. And the Ford Australian Open last year, that final match was just awesome.
Out! 15-30.
But I do believe when Monica Sellis does come back that we'll see a improved, slimmer and stronger player.
Good fight back again here by Provis. Has to hold to have any realistic chance of staying in this match. Oh, great shot. Graf breaks, comes back after the break to serve for the match. Welcome back. Graf serving for the second round match against Provis, 6-1, 5-2. Steffi's mum, Heidi.
30 all.
Played Provis. Perfectly constructed point. And surprises everybody, I feel, by breaking back.
Provis 5 games to 3.
And Lois and Doug Provis, Nicole's parents, they get very nervous, especially Doug Provis, watching Nicole play, but the crowd encouraging Nicole to get back into this match, and it was a great effort to break Steffi Graf.
Isn't that a lovely sight, with Doug just touching his wife's arm and saying, good on you, girl. They're proud.
Love 15.
That's only a third double fault from Nicole. Steffi has 3 double faults as well, but she has 6 aces. Steffi's hit that drop shot a couple of times to the backhand side, and Nicole has tried to go down the line on every occasion. Perhaps next time she might try a little cross-court drop shot back.
Let's hope she gets the opportunity, Wendy. It's love 30.
15-30.
It's been a good day for women in Australia today. Radford, McQuillan both winning through to the last 32. Tremendous results. And Provis hanging in. She really has played a splendid match despite the scoreline of 6-1, 5-3.
Yes, we've had some good points, and the thing is that Steffi Graf has had to come up with some great winners or near winners. And talking about Christine Radford and Rachel McQuillan, they'll improve their ranking by getting to the 3rd round of the Australian Open.
What a great effort by Provis. It's 5-4 now. Well, this stadium's really alight now. Provis has won the last 2 games. Graf was seemingly marching to victory and now has to do it again and serve for the match. She couldn't do it at 5-2. Will she do it at 5-4, this great champion? Provis has responded.
Wait, please. Thank you.
And it was the right idea. Second serve and attack Graf's backhand.
First serve.
How would you like to be on the receiving end of that serve, Bruce?
I think I'd be struggling, Wendy, like everybody else. Graf won 93% of her matches in 1993.
Well, Steffi was ready to walk then. Oh, it's getting a little tight out there.
Touch of luck for Provis, but she's earned it. And big point now, 15-35-4. Here's a chance, second serve.
Steffi hasn't been getting as many first serves in the second set, and that's hurt her a little bit because Nicole's got a very good return of serve.
First serve.
Great time to serve your seventh ace, isn't it? To set up match point. In 61 minutes. Not too often Graf plays for more than an hour, but Provis stretched her there. It was a fine match.
And the crowd certainly appreciates it. I thought that Nicole played a good match, but Steffi was just awesome. An excellent display by the #1 seed. And Nicole tried to force her by coming to the net a few times, and she won most of those points, but Steffi played extremely well, serving 7 aces and so many forehand winners.
Steffi Graf and Nicole Provis.
Big favourites, both of them. Worthy of a round of 16, that match. Graf now plays the German 20-year-old Barbara Rittner, who beat Shriver in 3 sets today. That's in the round of 32.
About 4 minutes.
Graf and Provis leave us, with Graf winning 6-1, 6-4 in 61 minutes. And Ivanisevic up next, but Graf winning 6-1, 6-4 over Provis.
And Nicole started to give Steffi a lot of problems in that second set. Steffi Graf missing a few serves in the second set, but she was very successful when she did get her first serve into play, 72% of the time, and she came up with some aces when she really needed them, but 7 overall for the match. And her forehand, as we knew, was going to be a big weapon in this match, 16 forehand winners. Nicole could have come to the net a little bit more, perhaps, because she won a few points when she was up there, but overall it was an awesome display by Steffi Graf.